Independent Centres is the fastest growing brokerage in Canada. Services that we provide include mortgages, anywhere from refinancing to persons that are wishing to purchase their first home, or if they would just like to buy a second home. We specialize in individuals who has challenging credit, or persons that have perfect credit as well. Programs would involve anywhere from self-employed programs to new to Canada programs, and persons that are wishing to do a second mortgage or just debt consolidation. I've been in business for 5 years now. I started out part-time, and at the time I had a full-time job, but I knew that I needed some form of income because doing mortgages is self-employed. Therefore, if you don't have any clientele, then you can't make any business, you don't have any money. So therefore, I decided to start out part-time and then build a business by anywhere from contacting sources of influence like real estate agents, anywhere from advertising in the sheer newspaper, knocking on doors, flyers, you name it. And now after 5 years, I have my own office, and now I have clients calling me for business. So 5 years, I think it's been good so far, and I'm looking for, forward to a better future as well. My current customers are potential home buyers, persons that are self-employed, persons that are wishing to consolidate their debts, and anywhere from persons looking to get a second mortgage, or any individuals that have challenges with their credit, and like for example, they may have property taxes that are overdue and they need to pay out those property taxes. I can do a debt consolidation. I can take some money out of the existing home and pay out the property taxes as well. I would say my company is unique because number one is the availability of the lenders. We can actually get the mortgage approved anywhere from up to 95 different lenders in Canada. Not only that, but sometimes clients have challenging credit issues, and we have access to many different lenders. For example, private lenders who are willing to give us loans up to 95%, even if the client may have entered a consumer proposal, bankruptcy, or even if they have property taxes that are overdue. These are things that other lenders are not willing to do. But for clients that are, like I said, that are challenging, having credit challenges and so on and so forth, I can provide services to meet their need. I can find the lenders to help them in tough situation. And I think that's what makes my business unique. I would say I love doing mortgages, and the primary reason why I like doing mortgages is because I'm a people person. I love people and I love to help people. And over the years, over the decades, you can see that this is an area where people need help, because as you know, banks only help persons when they have good credit, and after that, they need to fend for themselves. And I'm here to help those that are eligible for the bank and those that are not eligible for the bank. But just to put it in a brief synopsis, I love helping people because I love people. Fourth form, as they would call it in the West Indies, I had the choice to choose science or choose business, and my teacher, she saw me having potential in terms of science, and in so doing I was getting A+ in science, but I really wanted to get into business, and I was doing good in business too. But September, when I showed up for school, I saw my name on the science list, and I was very disappointed because I always wanted to get into business, accounting, and being my own boss and all of that. And just to cut a long story short, she had to switch me over to business. And ever since, getting into business, what I like about it is the flexibility. I have 3 children, and I always wanted to be there for my children, because I think it's important to be, a leader for my children, and also to be involved in their development. And I think, owning my own business allow me that flexibility to help, with my children, and at the same time I'm able to do things that I want to do, and I love the flexibility. The thing about being self-employed is that you have to find your own business. And some months you may have many customers, and some months, if you don't work hard enough, you don't have any customer. And I think the challenge in this business is to have a continuation of flow of business on a monthly basis. The other challenge that you face is closing the deal, because you can start the process with the client, it looks good and everything looks fine, but then you get to closing and you can't close the deal because of whatever issue we face at the time. So I would say it's finding the customer and also closing the deal as well. I would say the defining moment that allowed me to grow as I am today is finding the right referral sources. And I remember last year, I would say, when I was doing a mortgage for a particular young lady, she was just filled with joy that I was able to get her an approval based on her situation. She was a single mother, and she had a few credit challenges, and she was the only person that was on the mortgage, and she couldn't find a co-signer, and I was able to get her an approval and close the mortgage, and she was happy moving into her own home. And this young lady told everybody that she worked with, her family, her friends, and even her foes about me. And from there on, I got so many different clients from that one individual, to the point where she even wrote a testimonial, and I was able to post it on my website. And we've been friends since. We talk every week, and I just I would say that was a turning point in my business. Funny, crazy thing that happened in this business. I remember once when I was renting an office space from a particular landlord, and this landlord was not paying his bills. And one day I showed up and didn't have access to the building. And I just think that was just crazy and very unprofessional, to consider that you have persons that are relying on you, and you show up, and I couldn't get into the unit. And I was very disappointed with the landlord, because this individual was into real estate as well, and I just think that was just ridiculous. But you know what? I've moved on. I would say my business has changed in the past year because of my sources of influence. Like now I am getting businesses from anywhere from real estate agents, insurance agents, business owner, friends, family, and the list goes on. And I would say that it wasn't like that when I just started out. I was, knocking in doors and actually begging people to do mortgages with me. But now, over the years, based on the amount of approval that I've had, now I can say that I can see that my sources of influence now trust that I can get the job done. I would say that since the time I've started doing mortgages, you find that now there's a level of uncertainty in the market. And by that I mean, ever since 9/11 and the crumble of the United States economy, we can see that there is an effect here in Canada as well. And even now we find that the insurers, CMHC, which is Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, and Genworth, and Canada Guarantee have tightened the rules. So now it's not like one time where it was less paperwork, you know, less things that you had to, you know, fulfill in terms of the conditions. So now you find that it's more paperwork. It's not proven that the client can afford, you know, this property. So now I find that with the rules tightened, it's a bit tougher, you know, I would say. For everyone that is looking to purchase a home or refinance, I would say the one advice I could give to you is that you must pay attention to your credit, because everything is contingent upon credit. Because if you have a credit score that's 800 and above, banks are competing for your business. But if you have a score that is 400, I can tell you that it gets really difficult to place that mortgage. So pay attention to your credit. Make sure that you have at least 2 trade lines, which trade lines is what we call credit cards, or, you know, any type of, you know, loan or car payment. And make sure that you're up to date with these trade lines. Make sure you're paying on time, pay before the time, use it regularly, and also log on to Equifax, do a credit watch, and, you know, just pay attention. That make sure that you're above what they're looking for, 650 and above, and, you know, you're okay. Some of the promotions that are taking place right now is what you call our cashback mortgage. So for individuals that would like to purchase a home but they don't have the down payment, you don't have to worry, because right now you can get 5% cashback to put towards your down payment. Not only that, but my brokerage, which is Dominion London Centers YBM Group, also has a promotion for you to win 1 year mortgage payment. That's right, you can win 1 year's mortgage payment where they would pay your mortgage for 1 full year. Other promotions that we have entails, you know, for example, we from time to time will send out what you call coupons, movie tickets, and prepaid cards with money on it, of course, for clients that have, you know, been renewing with us over the years as well. You can reach me at 647-882-9708. That's my mobile number. It's 647-882-9708. You can also reach me on the website. It's www.camillemckenzie.ca, and also by email, cmckenzie@dominionlondonCenters.ca.